Okay, so here is an example from the Innovate 2020. Basically, I'm taking a cue from Frida Ganter and her guided notes. Probably one of my most helpful things I gained from the Innovate time. And so this is an example from Math 45. Let me write that up here. So this is Math 45. This is a voting theory example, guided notes. So here's how it would look. So here's an example problem, and I'm going to guide the students through this question. First question, how many voters voted in this election? So this is a preference schedule, as it says right here, preference schedule. And so let's be clear what this means. This 18 right here means that's the number of voters. 18 voters put their first choice as K, their second choice is candidate D. These are the various candidates. Their third candidate is J, maybe that's Jane, and F down here is Frank. So these are the, or Jones and Feinblum or something. Anyway, so these are the various candidates that are running for election. 18 voters, right? Number of voters, 18 voters like K best, followed by D, followed by J, and their last choice is F. 10 voters like F best, followed by J, then D, then K, etc. So when they ask us the question, how many voters voted in this election, that's going to be simply a matter of adding up the 18, these numbers right up here, right? So 18 plus 10 plus 3 plus 1, let me write that a little better, plus 10 plus 5 plus 11. What's that coming out to be? I'm getting 58. Feel free to use your calculator at that point. I think I got that total right. So 58 total voters voted in that election. Next question. How many first place votes are needed for a majority? Now, the whole key is this word here, majority. What does majority mean? More than half, or more than 50%. So majority means more than half, more than 50%. We know 58 is the number of total voters. So let's take a half of 58. And remember in math, of means times. So a half times 58, use your calculator or by hand, same thing as 58 divided by 2, that will come out 29. So the answer is not 29, careful. Remember, majority means more than a half. So if 29 is exactly half of all the voters, and a majority is more than half, so a majority would be 30, or more, of course. So that's how many first place votes are needed for a majority. A majority is more than half. 30 would be more than half because 29 was a half. Next question. Which candidate or choice had the most first place votes? Who had the most first place votes? Well, let's take a look here. So let's start with K. K here had 18 first place votes. Any other ones? Oh, right here and right here. All those voters put K in first place. 18 plus 10 plus 5. How much is that? 28, 20, 30. 33. 33. Now, notice that I don't really even need to check the other ones. K has got to have the most. The answer here has got to be K. Why? Because that's 33 is more than half. Remember, half was 30? Or more than half. Half was 29. More than half is 30. So 33 is more than half. So if K has more than half of the first place votes, no way anybody else could have more first place votes than K does. He's already got more than half of them. Everybody else has to have less than half. So which candidate had the most first place votes? Has to be K. I don't even need to check the others because he has more than half. 2 more questions. Which candidate or choice had the least first place votes? Now, who had the lowest? Well, let's check F. Looks like F here has 10. And that's all for F. J has both these groups. That's 4. That's less than 10. D has 11. So far, it looks like J. Is there anybody that just doesn't have any? Have we covered all the letters? We've got F, J, D, and of course K has a bunch. Are there only 4 letters? Just be careful. F, J, D, K. Yeah, that's all there is. So the lowest is J. So J has the least first place votes. We're only looking at first place, first choice. The top row right here is all we were looking at. Now they're going to switch this on us, and they're going to say which candidate choice had the most last place votes. Most last place. So now we're going down to last place. So that's 4th choice. So we have F here and here. That's 18 and 10 last place. I'm not doing it in any particular order. Just who came first as far as last place votes. F was in the first column for last place votes. 18 here and 10 here. That's 28 last place votes for F. Let's do K. K is here and here. That's what? 10 and 1. So K is 10 plus 1 or 11 last place votes. So far the F has it. D looks like here and here, so that's 3 and 5. D has 3 plus 5, or 8 last place votes. And finally, J. Notice how I check these off or circle them or underline them or do something just to make sure, because in math it's very easy to make a small mistake. There are ways to help yourself with that, and that's underlining, circling something rather than just visually looking at it and not marking anything. This will make us more secure that we didn't make a small mistake. Okay, so who has the most last place votes? So that's F for sure, isn't it? So F with 28. Final question. Which candidate has the least last place? Well, we just did all the last place numbers, so this should be easy. Who has the least last place? 11, 8, 11, we'll definitely hear 8D, who has 8. So D has the least last place votes. So there we go. And in examples to come, we're going to talk about who should win this election. What does our sense of fairness say about who should win this election? This all is coming from a preference schedule. So there we go. There's my example of guided notes. Thank you to Frida Ganter for that.